11Alive News at 11:30 starts now. New details now in the double murder investigation of a young couple. Atlanta police releasing security camera video of their suspected killer. What you need to watch out for to help them crack this case. And new this hour, we are seeing more and more reports of the Omicron COVID-19 variant spreading, why experts say one aspect of the variant may play to our advantage. Happening right now, hundreds of officers, family, and friends are celebrating the life of a Clayton County officer killed in the line of duty. 11Alive's Brittany Klein-Peters is in Clayton County for us. Brittany, you are seeing just a real strong show of support today for Officer Laxson and his family and colleagues out there.
Yeah, we actually just had a line of motorcycle cops come behind me, but there has been hundreds of officers out here this morning at the First Baptist Church in Jonesboro. If you just take a look at the parking lots, you can see dozens of police vehicles from different jurisdictions. So just a massive presence of law enforcement support out here this morning. But that funeral is expected to begin in the next 30 minutes in this church behind me. The funeral procession began about 8 a.m. this morning with law enforcement vehicles from Clayton County, Cobb County, Forsyth County, and others escorting the fallen officer to the church. They arrived about 9:30. His family, joined by a sea of officers outside the church, watched as Officer Laxson's casket was carried in by horse and carriage. And then at that point, a public visitation began. Officer Laxson was killed last week while responding to a domestic disturbance in Rex. He'd been with the Clayton County Police Department since 2017 and had just been promoted to a field training officer in October. Again, that funeral is expected to begin in about 30 minutes here at the First Baptist Church, and we'll bring you more from that service coming up tonight at 5.
All right, Brittany, we will see you then. Thank you. The family of a 14-year-old girl who was shot and killed in Douglasville is sharing more information about funeral arrangements for her. Kyra Scott's family is asking people to wear blue in her memory during the services Friday and Saturday. The Douglas County Sheriff says Kyra's younger brother accidentally shot her while trying to stop someone who had stolen a ghost gun from him. The 13-year-old is charged in her death, along with the 19-year-old accused of trying to steal that gun. A viewing for Kyra will be held this Friday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Grissom Clark Funeral Home in Southeast Atlanta. Her funeral will be held Saturday at Rehab Cathedral of Atlanta at 11 a.m. And new details on the death of a young couple found stabbed inside an apartment. Police have released video of a suspect leaving that home the night they were found dead. Mari Sirianni walks us through the new video. Check it out.
Atlanta police just releasing this security cam video.
What I'm going to do at this point is walk you through a video as it pertains to a double stabbing that occurred at 180 Jackson Street.
The video shows the man who police believe Daniel Aaron and Kristen McDevitt let inside back on November 22nd. Both were then found stabbed to death.
We want individuals to pay attention to the way that this individual walks. We think that he has a very peculiar walk, it's very distinct.
The video shows the man entering the couple's building at 6:46 p.m. and leaving about 90 minutes later at 8:15 carrying a safe. The man is wearing a face mask, but investigators believe that someone who knows him might be able to identify him.
The individual possibly has a nose ring, dark color ponytail, and makes access to a rear courtyard area at the time in which he kind of projects the safe over a fence, and then he hops over the gate.
So police have not said what was in the safe or released a motive for the crime, but if you know anything that might help, you are urged to call police. We just posted that video on Instagram. It is really clear footage for you to check out. President Biden and the First Lady visited the World War II Memorial in the nation's capital this morning to pay tribute to the veterans on the 80th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. Roughly 2,400 service members and civilians were killed in Japan's surprise attack on December 7, 1941. The Bidens observed a moment of silence in front of a wreath at the center of the memorial. It has one wild sunflower, the state flower of Kansas, in honor of the late Senator Bob Dole, who died Sunday. He was seriously wounded while fighting in World War II. The Bidens also laid a bouquet in front of the New Jersey pillar in honor of Dr. Joe Biden's late father, who served in the Navy during the war. New this hour, President Biden confronting Russian leader Vladimir Putin about whether he plans to attack the Ukraine, a U.S. ally, of course. The high-stakes video conversation happening as the White House weighs possible sanctions against Russia, which could have detrimental impact on the Russian economy, says White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. Now, analysts say Putin has been undeterred by economic pressure in the past. He wants to keep Ukraine from joining the Western military alliance, NATO, and to prevent NATO from putting advanced weapon systems into the country.
What we have to do now is beef up what we have in the way of security for our own troops, our own presence in the NATO region, provide more equipment, defense equipment to Ukraine.
President Biden is coordinating his Russia response with European allies.
Some of us have sunshine and some of us do not. Let's take a look at an area that has sunshine. This is up in Blue Ridge. Pretty chilly up there with temperatures in the 30s right now. But you see mostly sunny skies. Make your way further down toward the city. And it's more of those clouds. Clouds are building in our area as we speak. We started out with a few down south, started clearing out, and now clouds are starting to come back a little bit. The rain down south will make its way over toward us as well, mainly for the central and southern portions of the state today. Tonight we'll start to move into our area. Scattered sprinkles is what we're expecting to see. It probably won't happen until after 6 or 7 o'clock as we head into the evening. Right now the clouds just building. In fact, we'll show you in the full forecast some other areas that are experiencing the clouds. You got temperatures in the 40s for the most part. You got 40 right now, 44 degrees rather in Atlanta, 48 in Covington, 48 also in Athens, 41 over toward the Rome area. So in the 40s, it's pretty cool out there. We'll have the clouds building in, and so we won't see those temperatures rise all that much. I'm thinking right around 53 for an afternoon high today. Once we get past, let's say 6 o'clock, that's when we'll start to see some isolated showers around the area. Most of the widespread heavier rain will be down in the central portions of the state, maybe in a few claps of thunder, but this will be building northward. And so as we head through the evening, you'll start to notice the rain showers increasing. We'll have it around for your Wednesday morning commute. We'll have some wet weather around, maybe a few embedded thunderstorms. Should be out of the way, though, by the time we get to the afternoon. So know that it will be cool. You need your at least coat on this afternoon, 53 degrees for your afternoon high. We're going to get warmer. We'll talk about it in the full forecast coming up. Aisha, back to you.
A Kroger in a South Atlanta neighborhood that was forced to close down because of crime could reopen in a little more than a week. The Kroger on Metropolitan Parkway near Cleveland Avenue shut down last month after thieves stripped away copper wiring, leaving the entire store without power. Its closure left a lot of people who live in that neighborhood without a nearby store to buy fresh food or especially get their prescriptions. We spotted a sign out front that says the store will reopen December 15th. A new park is coming to Gwinnett County. Officials say nearly 69 acres is being constructed near the Gwinnett Place Mall. The Beaver Ruin Wetlands Park will be near Satellite Boulevard and Beaver Ruin Road. The park will have trails, boardwalks, small shelters, and a playground area, some parking out there, and also a restroom building. There is some wetland work to be done first, then park amenities construction should start in early 2023, and that should take about a year. If you need some extra cash this holiday season, MARTA can help you out. The company is offering a $3,000 sign-on bonus in an effort to get more people in the driver's seat. MARTA says the extra cash is for all bus operators and journeyman bus technicians who get hired as well. If you are interested, you can stop in at a fair Saturday between 9 a.m. and noon. It is happening at MARTA's headquarters off Piedmont Road Northeast. MARTA says it has full-time and part-time positions open to help fill its shortage of bus operators. Remember, if you're hired, you will be required to have a COVID-19 vaccine. Right now, the Cobb County School District is hosting a job fair for support staff positions. This includes bus drivers, custodians, substitutes, and special education paraprofessionals. It is happening at the Cobb Energy Center for Performing Arts until 2 p.m. International travel rules have changed as the Omicron variant spreads. In 6 minutes, the challenges travelers face when coming in and out of the U.S.
In Metro Atlanta doing it.
Verify takes stories and claims that have gone viral, sources that information, and then we vet it with the experts.
So you can be confident you're getting the facts every time.
If you haven't watched Verify, see the difference on the 11Alive Morning News and at 11 p.m.
Weather can't run from the 11Alive Thunder Truck. a mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Whether you're heading to school or the office, walk out the door prepared.
11Alive Morning News gives you breaking news and perspective on the day ahead.
From sunny skies to severe weather, know what to expect and what to wear.
And while I can't stop traffic, I can certainly help save you some time and frustration.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive Morning News lately, see the difference. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. If you see breaking news wherever you are, safely snap it and share it with us using Near Me on the 11Alive News app.
All right, look at this video of breaking news a viewer just sent us.
Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
Life moves fast in Metro Atlanta. So does the news.
Watch 11Alive News at 11. You'll get breaking news and you'll get it fast.
See stories and perspectives on the issues affecting you.
Whether it's sunny skies or severe weather, feel confident you've got an accurate forecast for tomorrow.
And we verify whether viral stories are fact or fiction. No one else does that.
If you haven't watched 11Alive News lately, see the difference. Watch 11Alive News at 11 p.m.
Want to verify whether something's true or false?
Do parents have the right to see their child's medical records?
Now you can ask us using the Near Me feature of the 11Alive News app. Just record your question, send it to us. Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscasts.
We began with breaking news
and watch on demand.
We're tracking severe weather moving through the metro area.
11Alive News. Stream now on Roku.
When it comes to weather, all you want to know is, how is it going to affect my day?
When you watch 11Alive Storm Trackers, we focus on the next 24 hours so that you can plan your day.
And when it comes to severe weather, we're live instantly, keeping you.
Open enrollment for Medicare ends today. If you're eligible, you need to make decisions now about your coverage. But there are some online ads out there claiming you could get free debit cards to pay for your care. It has a lot of people wondering, can Medicare recipients receive a free Medicare Flex card? Brandon Lewis with our Verify team went to the experts.
Our sources are the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, California Health Advocates, and insurance companies Anthem, Aetna, and Humana. Last year, Medicare began allowing insurance companies that offer Medicare Advantage plans to offer a debit card reimbursement mechanism. This allows people to use money on the card to pay for medical expenses that aren't covered by Medicare, similar to a flexible spending account that many employers offer. Some large insurance companies announced they would offer these new Flex cards with some Medicare Advantage plans, but only in a few locations, and they're offering far less than the $2,900 in the ads sent by Verify viewers. California Health Advocate says sites like these often pop up around open enrollment and calls them dishonest because they're not actually offering free money. Instead, when people try to check their eligibility, the websites typically end up on a brokerage website that usually tries to get people to change Medicare plans. So it's false that Medicare recipients can get a free Medicare Flex card. This is only available to people who enroll in certain eligible plans. And insurance experts warn you should do your homework before changing plans.
If there is something that you want us to verify that you see online, just let us know. You can send an email to verify@11alive.com or shoot us a text to that number you see right there on your screen. COVID-19 cases are on the rise all across the nation. More than 120,000 new cases are being identified on average daily, and more than 1,600 people are dying every day. One is too much. Public health officials say more than 99% of new cases are the Delta variant, but Omicron is spreading. Cases of the variant have been reported in at least 19 states, including Georgia. Emerging evidence shows it may spread more quickly than Delta, but it could be less severe, which might play to our advantage.
You have a virus that could knock out a more virulent strain like Delta and evolve to what would be the best case scenario, evolve to essentially a common cold-like virus.
Experts say there's still more to learn about Omicron. In the meantime, they say vaccines are our best protection. The Omicron variant is making international travel a lot more difficult. With each country setting its own rules, it can really be hard to keep up. Jerry Carnes explains what travelers face when heading in or out of the United States.
Different countries around the world have different rules and requirements dictating who can visit their country and who can't. The U.S. has opened its borders to most of the world as long as visitors are fully vaccinated. But it has to be the right vaccine, one that's been approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration or authorized for emergency use by the World Health Organization.
So there are currently only 8 vaccines that have been approved. So it's a really limited list.
Millions of people have received the Russian-made Sputnik V vaccine. Because of supply issues and manufacturing concerns, the World Health Organization has not authorized Sputnik V for emergency use. So even though they're vaccinated, travelers who've received the Sputnik V vaccine won't be allowed in the United States. The Covaxin vaccine, which was developed in India, and the Sinovac vaccine from China are both authorized by the World Health Organization and acceptable for travel into the United States. Lori Garrow is a travel expert with Georgia Tech. She says if you're planning any international travel, remember, the entry rules for your destination can change at any time.
Each of the countries may have their own specific requirements or set of guidelines that may or may not be the same as the World Health Organization. Check the requirements, right before you depart, or continue to check them.
Americans traveling to France have to be vaccinated and prove they don't have COVID-19. The country will soon require anyone over 18 to have a booster shot.
So if you're traveling between multiple countries, to check the entry requirements for both.
The CDC recommends that you do not travel internationally unless you're vaccinated.
If you're planning to fly for the winter holidays, TSA is encouraging you to sign up for PreCheck. The agency says just under 21 million people were screened during the 10-day Thanksgiving holiday. TSA anticipates we'll come even closer to pre-pandemic levels of travelers through the rest of the year. So if you're flying, remember to get there early, pack smart, and you gotta be patient.
Well, we had mostly sunny skies up in the Blue Ridge area, not that far away over toward Georgia's Rome. You see mostly cloudy skies. That's the way it looks in a lot of spots. Very dreary out, as if it's going to rain at any moment. Well, we won't see the rain coming out of the clouds, not yet. I don't think that will happen until after about 5, 6 o'clock this evening. We'll start to see the rain spread north. It'll take even longer up here in Rome. You probably won't see the rain until after 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. It's building from the south. We see the clouds that are working their way into the forecast area. Doesn't look like any clouds over here toward Rome. We got those low level clouds that are in place as we speak. And so it's getting cloudy out there, folks. Temperatures are in the 40s, as you can see. We're down into the 40s. Got some 50s in here, down here to the south. 54 degrees in Edenton, got 54 also in Thomaston, 50 right now in Peachtree City. So it is a cool afternoon, and so you're going to need at least a little coat to put on out there. 8 out of a possible 11 today on the barometer. 53 degrees will be your afternoon high temperature under mostly cloudy skies. So temperatures this afternoon will be below our average for this time of year. We should be in the upper 50s. We've been spoiled by the 70-degree temperatures, 60-degree temperatures, right? And we'll get back in on some of that as we head toward toward the weekend. We'll start to see that begin to heat back up a little bit. Notice these clouds over toward Jackson, Mississippi. A little bit of rain there. That's all building eastward. Northeastward, and so that will be heading in our direction. I think the rain gets in here for this afternoon in places like Macon, southward. We won't get in on some of those showers until we get toward 6, 7 o'clock tonight. Isolated showers, so not everyone gets wet. We'll give it a 20% chance through this evening. It will start to increase overnight going into tomorrow morning as far as the rainfall goes. Watching a stationary boundary down here to the south, you get little areas of low pressure that ride along that, and so that's what we're going to see. And this will start to build northward as well, start to move back into our forecast area, so our chance for rain starts to go up. So a little brief period where we don't have any rain around right now, but we will get back in on some coming up here. See this light green shaded area that's over the central and southern portions of the state? The Storm Prediction Center had it extending into Atlanta, but you see they just dropped it off just a little bit. General threat for thunderstorms is what that means. You see a 0 out of a possible 5 here. So general thunderstorms possibly this afternoon and as we head into the morning. Now our rain chances will start to go up. We're down so far this month, close to a ½ inch. Certainly we'll get that back between tonight and tomorrow. If not then, we get a break on Thursday, and then notice a 50% chance for the showers on Friday. I think that will be around during the morning as well. Some of that will linger into early afternoon. And then a front coming through by Saturday will bring a better chance for thunderstorms coming our way during the afternoon on Saturday. Here's our forecast track model. You can follow along with the time at the top of the screen. It shows by 7:30. Notice we have those isolated showers over the metro area. Starts to spread further off to the north. Will be with us around Wednesday morning. Most of the heavy rain down here to the south and the central portions of the state will begin to clear out by 9 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, notice we have mostly cloudy skies. Even those clouds will go away and we'll get the sunshine back in here by Wednesday afternoon. But don't get used to it. Thursday, even though we'll start you off with some sunshine, the clouds will increase, and then here comes more rain for Friday into Saturday. Look at those temperatures getting back up into the 70s by Saturday ahead of the front. Behind it, we'll cool it down and clear out for the latter half of the weekend and going into next week. Aisha?
Georgia was short on nurses even before the pandemic started, and the need has gotten worse. Next, how a new generation of nurses are preparing to step up and care for patients.
Storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Whether you're heading to school or the office, walk out the door prepared.
11Alive Morning News gives you breaking news and perspective on the day ahead.
From sunny skies to severe weather. Know what to expect and what to wear.
And while I can't stop traffic, I can certainly help save you some time and frustration.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive Morning News lately, see the difference. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. If you see breaking news wherever you are, safely snap it and share it with us using Near Me on the 11Alive News app.
All right, look at this video of breaking news a viewer just sent us.
Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
Life moves fast in Metro Atlanta. So does the news.
Watch 11Alive News at 11. You'll get breaking news and you'll get it fast.
See stories and perspectives on the issues affecting you.
Whether it's sunny skies or severe weather, feel confident you've got an accurate forecast for tomorrow.
And we verify whether viral stories are fact or fiction. No one else does that.
If you haven't watched 11Alive News lately, see the difference. Watch 11Alive News at 11 p.m.
Want to verify whether something's true or false?
Do parents have the right to see their child's medical records?
Now you can ask us using the Near Me feature of the 11Alive News app. Just record your question, send it to us. Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscasts.
We began with breaking news
and watch on demand.
We're tracking severe weather moving through the metro area.
11Alive News. Stream now on Roku.
When it comes to weather, all you want to know is, how is it going to affect my day?
When you watch 11Alive Storm Trackers, we focus on the next 24 hours so that you can plan your day.
And when it comes to severe weather, we're live instantly, keeping you up to date and keeping your family safe.
Accuracy and safety are everything. We want you to be ready for anything.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive Storm Trackers lately, see the difference every day on 11Alive News. The next time you see severe weather, safely snap it and share it with 11Alive News using Near Me on the 11Alive News app.
Here's a photo of the storm that a viewer sent to us.
Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscast.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
And watch on demand.
We are tracking severe storms.
11Alive News. Stream now on Roku. It's tougher than ever to tell if something on social media is fact or fiction.
That's what makes 11Alive News different.
Even before the pandemic, we were dealing with a statewide and nationwide nursing shortage. COVID is only worsened the situation, but there may be hope on the horizon. Liza Lucas takes us behind the scenes at Emory University School of Nursing, where a new generation is preparing to step up.
Once we finish all of these meds.
It's a busy morning in the simulation lab at Emory University's School of Nursing,
Our current vital signs.
where teams of nursing students are putting their skills to the test.
I applied in the heart of COVID. One of my biggest regrets was not doing nursing sooner.
Kimberly Ellis is one of those who started Emory's nursing program in the middle of the pandemic. And despite industry burnout and staffing shortages, she and her classmates are committed.
I think a lot of it comes down to caring, wanting to help.
It's an interesting
thing about human nature, that when there is a crisis, there are those people who run to the fire. And I think that's what we're seeing with the interest in nursing.
Dean Linda McCauley says nearly 2 years into the pandemic, Emory is seeing an unprecedented uptick in nursing school applications, a 32% increase over last year. She says the interest comes at a critical time as nursing shortages continue to impact hospitals across the country.
The vacancies in the hospitals throughout Atlanta is really scary.
According to the nonprofit Georgia Center for Nursing Excellence, the state will need to replace more than 30% of the nursing workforce over the next 5 years due to nurses leaving, retiring, plus turnover and growth. The latest figures show more than 43,000 registered nursing positions need to be filled around Georgia. And knowing how shortages can impact care keeps students like Kimberly motivated.
I don't want it to ever be that I have a family member or myself in the hospital and there's just not enough staff. And I think that I want to do the little part that I can. I think despite the COVID pandemic, it's actually more of a reason why people are going to nursing school.
They're heroes and they are so special. Georgia State tells us its undergraduate nursing application numbers are also up about 13%, and Augusta and Mercer universities are seeing more applications as well. Keeping kids and teenagers safer online when Instagram is planning to roll out its new parental controls.
Heather, all you want to know is, how is it going to affect my day?
When you watch 11Alive Storm Trackers, we focus on the next 24 hours so that you can plan your day.
And when it comes to severe weather, we're live instantly, keeping you up to date and keeping your family safe.
Accuracy and safety are everything. We want you to be ready for anything.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive Storm Trackers lately, see the difference every day on 11Alive News. The next time you see severe weather, safely snap it and share it with 11Alive News using Near Me on the 11Alive News app.
Here's a photo of the storm that a viewer sent to us.
Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
News happens fast. Stream it faster. 11Alive News is now on Roku. Stream live newscast
We begin tonight with breaking news.
and watch on demand.
We are tracking severe storms.
11Alive News, stream now on Roku. It's tougher than ever to tell if something on social media is fact or fiction.
That's what makes 11Alive News different. We verify, and we're the only ones in Metro Atlanta doing it.
Verify takes stories and claims that have gone viral, sources that information, and then we vet it with the experts.
So you can be confident you're getting the facts every time.
If you haven't watched Verify, see the difference on the 11Alive Morning News and at 11 p.m.
Weather can't run from the 11Alive Thunder Truck. A mobile weather center with the power and speed to chase down the strongest storms and bring you on-the-ground conditions. The 11Alive Thunder Truck, sponsored by Landmark Dodge.
Whether you're heading to school or the office, walk out the door prepared.
11Alive Morning News gives you breaking news and perspective on the day ahead.
From sunny skies to severe weather, know what to expect and what to wear.
And while I can't stop traffic, I can certainly help save you some time and frustration.
If you haven't watched the 11Alive Morning News lately, see the difference. Weekdays, 5 to 7 a.m. If you see breaking news wherever you are, safely snap it and share it with us using Near Me on the 11Alive News app.
All right, look at this video of breaking news a viewer just sent us.
Download the 11Alive News app to use Near Me.
Life moves fast in Metro Atlanta. So does the news.
Watch 11Alive News at 11. You'll get breaking news and you'll get it fast.
See stories and perspectives